I'm pretty excited. I've got a new package from AirText today. When we fly to Platos, we have internet, but it is really expensive and honestly can be delayed quite a bit at times. Sometimes it's awesome. Sometimes it's pretty slow to get messages in and out. We find that the internet we use it more for just communicating with people on the ground than anything else. But AirText, I hear, is really fast at sending and receiving text messages. It's way less money, and they have this portable one now that I could take out of the Platos and into the Cirrus and back and forth, or into any airplane or helicopter. And so we're gonna try it out. And I hope it lives up to all the hype, because I'm pretty stoked. All right, so this is what came in the box. I didn't see any instructions. Maybe they're in here. This I'm really excited about. This is their iPad mount, so I can put in the Platos, and they have a link and a really neat map system I saw at the POPA event, Platos Owners and Pilots Association, so the passengers can see where you're going without the clutter of all the aviation stuff pilots want to see, the stuff passengers want to see, where the plane is on the map and when you're going to be there, stuff like that. And so excited to mount that and play with that. So there's the little package, and that is light. And that's coming from a guy that worries about grams and ounces in a Cub. So this is something I would put in my Cub and not worry about it. So, well, there's the instructions and a quick start guide, my favorite thing. I am not good at reading instructions. I am really good at reading quick start guides. So, no way. Look at that. Dave, the owner of this company, is either buying our products or just knew how to make me smile. That is a Griplock Tie. That is another company we have. It's a resealable, reusable zip tie. And it's rubber lined so it doesn't chafe or cut into things. It doesn't move around. And you can pull the tab and open and close it. And so I gotta say right now, I don't even need to test it anymore. It came with the Griplock Tie. These guys know quality. So that's awesome. So, all right, we got an antenna here. I've got that. I would swear the package that protects it is about the same weight as that unit. That's all there is to it. We've got Velcro, a suction cup. So imagine that goes right there on the smooth spot and lets you stick it to the window, or you can use Velcro and stick it to your dash. But you just put the Velcro on your dash or the suction cup, and that's coming in and out of any airplane really quick. So that is looks like the power cable, so that you could, I'd imagine, because there's no hole for power to come out of here. So that's gonna come in here, plug into the iPad, and let the cord stay totally hidden so there's not a cord hanging. I wondered how they were going to do that, because the pictures of this in airplanes, you didn't see a cord. So they give you that little 90, which will make it really easy. And that is a nice cable. We've all had those cables that just wear out and are worthless quickly. And there's your power. So we'll power this thing up, read that, and we'll see how it goes. They even got the little link so I don't have to type anything. Let's get after it. All right, so this is our first long cross country with the new AirText system. I really thought the texting was the big deal, and it is. It's crazy to me how many text messages on a short, like 4-hour flight from our home in Spanish Fork to Galveston, Texas. But there's a lot of communicating, and I'm realizing now it'll be one of the first times I do a long cross country trip like this, and you land and don't have your phone blow up on short vinyl with messages and people needing things and having simple questions. I'll actually be able to come in and land and just tie down the airplane and get in a car and go. So life continues when you're up here with not much to do. Right now you can see my seat up there is empty. I got another pilot with me, so I can climb back here and say hi to the ladies. So, but the other thing is how much these guys have enjoyed the map. To see in real time the weather forecasts at your landing destination, where we're at, how much time left, the ground speed. It's just one of those simple, really cool features. But there's another cool feature that I hadn't really thought about the real value of it. And that's that while you're texting, you can have up to 6 people in the plane on the system texting and have their own private messages on their phones going to and from their friends. You can also text air to air on the plane if you want. But 6 people can be texting at the same time. But an airplane like right now, it's pretty loud. Pilatus is a quiet, comfortable airplane compared to many. But it's still loud enough that you probably might not hear the blink on your phone that someone sent you a message, or might not feel the vibration, or the phone's just sitting down because you're looking out the window enjoying the flight. Well, what's nice is that screen will pull up if someone hasn't read a message. If you would like it to, you just toggle on a button. And when someone sends a text message, like say someone sent something to me, I would see up on that screen, it would pop it up and say, Mark Patey has an unread message. It doesn't display the message for everyone. It just lets people know I have a message. If I'm flying, someone might tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, did you have an unread message? I'll be like, oh, well, let me look at it. There it is. Oh, I know how to answer that. And then on with the day. No landing your plane with 40 text messages waiting for you to have to sit in the lobby. Instead, with this AirText, you land your plane and you get about your business, not buried with text messages. You all know what I'm talking about, but I never realized how big of a deal that really was to not have that on your mind. So there we go. The AirText system, it's been flawless so far. Everybody we've sent a message to has got it. Replies are almost immediate. I mean, as quick as any normal thing. And I don't even have the antenna on the roof, which I totally intend to do. When this plane goes in for an annual, we'll have the headliner pulled out. We'll add an iridium antenna. If you haven't done now, I want to say the bid was about $3,000 to add the antenna. But if I do it during the annual and they're pulling the interior out anyway, it's going to be like $1,500. I forget, it was insignificant. But right now, everything's working perfect off of a suction cup to the co-pilot window up there, and it's great. But I love this enough. I'm going to spend the money. I'm going to put the added antenna on the roof. A lot of you with Pilatus, you already have the antenna. Other airplanes, you can add it. It's easy. Or just stick it on the dash, the suction cup, and it works great. So there's a whole lot of talking to say. In a nutshell, AirText is a game changer in aviation for me. I do not know how I've gone so long just accepting the fact that when I land, my phone blows up with text messages, and it's not going to happen anymore. I can take care of the simple things when we're up here for 3 hours straight level with nothing to do but to try to stay awake and manage the aircraft. This is amazing, and the passengers can do it too. There we go. A long way to say worth every penny and then some. Like, seriously? And I can put it in the helicopter? There's another thing. I can pull this out of the helicopter. I'm in the Rocky Mountains. Half the places we go land, there's no cell phone signal. You're down in a canyon on a river somewhere enjoying a spot. You can't communicate with anyone. With AirText, I just pull a little portable unit and throw it in the chopper. If I have an emergency, I'm sitting texting anybody anywhere in the world from right where I'm at. So from a safety standpoint, that's a big deal too. Not everywhere has a cell phone signal, but everywhere there is a satellite or a view of the sky, we got texting. There we go. For me, it's a must-have in general aviation, for sure. Hi everybody, I'm back. I wanted to add a little bit onto the end of this video. We've been flying with the AirText system flawlessly, perfectly, loving it more and more every day for over a month now. A couple important things I think that need to be added because it's relevant, and I didn't realize it until I've been operating the system for a while now. One, the iPad setup, when you get it set up with them, you don't turn it on. You don't have to touch the AirText app on the iPad when it's mounted on the wall, and you don't even turn the iPad off. The way AirText helps you set up your iPad is that it has power from the plane. When the plane comes on, the iPad sees power, AirText takes over. It doesn't even look like an iPad. It just pulls up right now for us, best aviation products. It could say, welcome aboard if you want. And then automatically goes into the AirText map and messaging system without you doing anything. What I'm saying is you are not adding a to-do list item or 5 or any to your pre-flight. You just get in your plane and turn on your master and that puppy's up and running. This system is a very robust, awesome system that lets you have 6 people at the same time, all on their cell phones, texting from a familiar looking environment. This is not like a little portable unit. So there's not even a comparison in what this system can offer you for you or your passengers or family in the back of the plane. That's what's the price of the system? About $5,000 and up, depending on install time and cost and labor burden. But once that is done, and that's a kind of a one-time expense that you go, well, it's the price of an annual inspection, or like if it's for Pilates, it's about 1/7 the price of your annual inspection. It's rounding error on the balance statement at the end of the year. After that, it's 5 cents a text. And that's like free. An entire long conversation is going to cost you $1. Like 20 text messages might be $1, but typically, there are 2 or 3 text messages and you just got stuff done. So 5 cents a text, just call that free 90 free in my book. You will never see it or feel it. So there's the latest updates. The more I use it, the more I like it. Oh, another thing, AirText talked before we had the system installed or got it. They talked about the reality that it has real-time weather for the major airports around the country. And I thought, well, I have XM weather, I have this and that. What does it really matter? It's important to understand that is a bigger deal than I really understood, because I like to look and study my approach plate for the actual runway or approach I'm going to be flying at least 30 minutes. Sometimes it's a long trip, maybe an hour before I'm going to land. I want to know which one I'm going to land at, and that could change. But at about 30 minutes before, I want to know what runway I'm landing on. Well, with the AirText system, if I'm going into Salt Lake City International, I have the actual current right now weather as if I was listening over the radio. And long before you're hearing it over the radio. And a lot of times with XM Weather or others, those systems are updated every hour on the hour. And so you might be looking at weather that's 45 minutes old and studying an approach plate that isn't the approach you're going to be flying. So it's another nice thing that the AirText system gives you, that real-time weather for your major airports right on your cell phone and everybody's cell phone in the plane and right on the screen behind you. So there's the final wrap-up review. AirText, one of the coolest $5,000 accessories you could ever put in a cabin class airplane, or even a smaller one if you've got the budget for it. It's stinking awesome. So take care, everybody.